set point.
Roger, Echo. Be advised you have multiple movers ahead of your position.
Welcome everyone, my name is Tommy T999 and this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Thanks to Activision and Infinity Ward, I have just got back from Los Angeles where I was extremely lucky enough to get hands-on with this brand new Call of Duty game. And in this video, I want to share with you some of my exclusive gameplay that I was able to capture, which will be playing in this video along with everything that I now know so far, along with my views and first impressions of what I think you can expect from this game when it releases on October the 25th, 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Now, if you've not seen the brand new multiplayer gameplay trailer, I'll leave that link down below in the comments and also in the description of this video, and of course you can get your hands on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta from September the 12th on PlayStation 4 with Xbox One and PC expected to follow very shortly after. If you do enjoy the video and think that it's deserving of a like, press that thumbs up button as everyone is very much appreciated. If you don't like what you see, then don't be afraid to express that by pressing the thumbs down button. Spread the word of Call of Duty Modern Warfare to all of your friends by pressing the share button, and don't forget to subscribe for daily videos for all of your gaming needs. Also, please remember that this is a very early build of the game, and it is not the full and final version that will be released. But there is so much to get through, I will do my best to be as concise and to the point as I can, being as open and honest as possible. I'll also be posting more videos over the coming days detailing out even more information about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but feel free to let me know your thoughts and questions below, and if I can answer them in the future videos, I will do my best to give you all the information that I can. So where to start? Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a reimagining of the franchise, with the game being built from the ground up on a brand new engine that will also offer crossplay across PC and consoles. It will take some of the best bits of the previous Modern Warfare games, but also add in plenty of new content as well. This is not a remaster, but a whole new take on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. All the footage you are going to see in this video was captured on PS4, and it will show you brand new gameplay, gunplay, game modes, the new maps, audio, graphics, and so much more. I believe you will not be disappointed with how everything looks so far, with, well, I'm sure plenty more information and surprises to come over the coming weeks and months from Infinity Ward and Activision. So as I mentioned, this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and as far as we know so far, what should you expect from the game? Well, I can honestly say it looks like we can expect so much from this game. Everything that you would, in theory, expect from a Call of Duty game, but game modes and gameplay that maybe, well, will surprise you. What if I said there was 10 versus 10 and 20 versus 20 game modes, with map sizes never before seen in Call of Duty multiplayer, outside of maybe the Blackout Battle Royale that we got with Black Ops 4. New and returning modes for the 6 versus 6 multiplayer. We've got new guns and weapons, which all have up to 60 attachments to choose from. Reloading a weapon whilst looking down your sight. No minimap in-game unless you earn a personal radar or UAV. The return of kill streaks over score streaks. A 2v2 gunfight mode. No season pass for any DLC content. This will all be given for free. And I'm sure so much more to come. So after all of that, where do I start? Well, I'm going to bring it up first with game modes and map sizes. So there is of course the already announced campaign that will be part of the final release of the game. There's been nothing new shared on this so far. We also know that Spec Ops is also looking to return, and again, nothing on that so far, but they will be included in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So what we have seen now with regards multiplayer elements, we know the following game modes are currently announced. We've got 2 versus 2 gunfight on smaller maps that the devs have classed as flash maps. These are theoretically what would be training areas created for troops to practice on. But they've also teased other game modes outside of gunfight to come to these smaller maps, which may also include grind, which would be insane. Then there's the standard 6 vs 6 multiplayer, which will also be able to be played in some of the maps in the brand new night mode and also the realistic modes. Now these are all on what they classed as medium maps, known as tactical maps, where you could imagine a special forces unit being inserted to complete a mission, and kind of like they're the average Call of Duty map that you would expect from playing previous games. But now we've also got the larger maps, where you're going to see the 10 vs 10 and 20 vs 20 action. Larger scale maps, the devs have classed these as battle maps, a playground which also will include vehicles. When it's down to modes, well, Team Deathmatch, S&D, Domination, Cyber Attack, Headquarters, Capture the Flag, and Hardpoint being some of the game modes that you can expect the Team Infinity Ward to deliver. Across probably the majority of these being on the medium map. Larger scale games, well, you'll expect to see things like, I would suggest Domination, but maybe over, well, you'll see in this video, over 5 points rather than the standard 3, Team Deathmatch, and Firefight. Now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is set to be the game that offers more depth and replayability to every firefight, and they're looking to achieve this by focusing on the world design, new and improved gameplay mechanics, and weapon systems. They have also teased puzzles and secrets will be in these maps, where over time, people may find brand new ways and areas to get to on these maps, some of which might not be found for quite a long time post-launch. What can we expect from the new gameplay mechanics? Well, first up, there is no minimap. Yes, you heard me right. A huge point of discussion at the event, and of course, this could be changed at any point, but at the time of this build, there is no minimap in the game, unless of course you get yourself the personal radar or the UAV. The compass at the top of the screen is now pointing out some elements of gameplay, but especially when it came to the bigger maps not having the minimap, well, to me, it could have got, and did get, a little bit confusing as to where you were and where you were trying to focus on. This, I'm sure, is a discussion point that will continue to roll on over the coming weeks and months before launch of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We then got doors. Well, yes, doors, everyone knows doors are in games, but now in Call of Duty, these have been added where you can open or close them. You can peek in and then drop in an explosive before maybe meleeing the door with your weapon to get inside and clear it. Or, you can of course now use explosives to breach doors. Whether that be a C4 charge up close and personal, or maybe a Kobe grenade that swings the door wide open for your teammate to charge in from up close, or that grenade opens the door at distance for the line of sight of your sniper in your team to get that all-important shot. So they can be opened by just obviously pressing the button to basically open the door. You can use explosives, but you can also, in true Call of Duty style, to make sure everything stays fluid, you can sprint or slide through them. Now, run and gunners will of course love this, but it's one of the loudest ways to move through the map, and it could mean you run straight into a claymore or a proximity mine. So this addition of doors and being able to open and close them doesn't sound much, but it will add layers of tactical choice as to how you play in some of these game modes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We then move on to weapon systems, and in this we're mainly talking about the guns. Different weapon calibers, higher calibers having higher recoil, and all weapons having specific bullet penetration, ballistics, and yes, all of them will have bullet drop over distance. Higher caliber will make a much bigger impact on certain types of environment and materials, wood, metal, brick, etc. There'll also be visual tells of enemies that will show that they've been hit or finished off through you shooting through the environment. This meaning you can then know that they're dead and move on to your next target. The devs have also confirmed that around 95% of gun physics will be as close to real life as possible. Now, I'm sure someone out there will be putting this to the test as soon as they get their hands on the game themselves. Unfortunately, That won't be me, but if I find it, I will definitely make sure I point it out to you if you're interested in all of that extra information. We've then got mounting. This mechanic is where a player can basically post up, rest their gun both horizontally and vertically. Attackers will be able to look at clearing a room with a clean, controlled sweep, but the silhouette of that player will then expose them to any defenders or opposition watching for any other players, especially those that are now mounted. I mentioned earlier, some of the maps will be playable in the dark, and this is where night vision is going to play a huge part. Yes, you will have night vision goggles, and of course then IR lasers will be a key focus in this mode. But it also becomes a very, very tactical piece of equipment when it comes to playing on these maps. If you aim down your sight of your gun, your laser will basically turn on and equip. If you move not ADSing, your laser will not be shown, so you could give yourself an advantage or disadvantage when it comes to engagements on these maps, depending how you decide to move and play. Oh, and one little tip, well, it would be to keep your eye out for any muzzle flashes, but most importantly, if you find maybe a light switch, this could play a huge part in tactics for victory. And then finally, we've got kill streaks. Yes, the returning kill streaks in Call of Duty Modern Warfare for that predictability of reward. The clarity is in the understanding that just one more kill will give you that huge reward. Whether it's the Juggernaut, a chopper gunner, the AC-130 gunship, which are all back. There's also brand new ones like White Phosphorus and the Infantry Assault Vehicle. Plus, as the multiplayer trailer has revealed, the nuke will return. Now, unfortunately, I did try to get the nuke with another player at the event, but unfortunately, it was not in the build of this game, so apologies for that, but as soon as I can, I will do my best to get you that footage. So we've now covered game modes and maps, which hopefully, basically will let you see what the footage in this video has kind of like been playing through, and we've now just covered off gameplay mechanics as well. And next up is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Gunsmith. So the tool of the trade for any shooter is the equipment, and in this new game, they have tried to make it a very unique experience that has not been seen in a Call of Duty game before. The gun bench is where you can present your weapon, abilities, perks, and loadout, and after using this for a while, the depth is pretty damn crazy, and it will definitely mean that customization of guns will be huge for this game. And of course, an option of how you then go and set them up, well, it's just going to be nuts because there's so many different variations. Each gun is averaging between 30 to 60 different variant choices that can be edited, covering muzzles, lasers, optics, stock, rear grip, magazine, underbarrel, and perks. 30 is what you can expect to choose from for a pistol, with 60 being what you would expect for most of the primary rifles or SMGs. You are allowed to choose and select a maximum of 5 elements to edit per gun. But basically that could mean you can take the AK-47 and make it just like an AK-74U, or maybe take the M4 and make it an M16. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty nuts. Strategy will be huge for this, especially dependent on which game mode you're gonna be playing. So after all of your work in the Gunsmith, what does that mean for your loadout? Well, pretty much what you would expect from a Call of Duty, if I'm being honest. A primary weapon, choosing from the assault rifle, SMG, shotgun, LMG, marksman rifle, or sniper rifle, each of which, as mentioned, you can have 5 edits done to them. A secondary weapon of either a handgun or launcher, where the handgun can also have up to 5 edits. And then you've got 3 perks. Perk 1, giving you a choice of double time, EOD, scavenger, tracker, or tune-up. Perk 2 is a choice of ghost, hardline, kill chain, overkill, or restock. And perk 3 is either amped, battle hardened, cold-blooded, high alert, shrapnel, or spotter. Finally, you've got your choice of either lethal and tactical equipment, lethal being as what you would expect, offering the likes of grenades, mines, and other explosives, with tactical offering stun-style explosives, stim shots, and a heartbeat sensor. So you've now got your loadout, you've got your kill streaks. There is just one final choice, and that is which field upgrade are you going to equip. You've got a choice of munitions box, recon drone, stopping power rounds, trophy system, tactical insertion, or deployable cover. Each of these offering a brand new element to either, well, maybe help your team with a cheeky little upgrade that could make a huge difference in the heat of a battle, whether it be for yourself personally or for the wider team. If you'd like to know more about these, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll look to try and create some footage and gameplay and a video of what these are all about. So, you've got all of your items, you've got all your gear. Who are you going to play as? Well, the operators in Call of Duty Modern Warfare are split between two factions that you may have been recognised if you played Call of Duty 4. The choice is from Coalition and the Allegiance. So far from what we've seen, within the Coalition you can choose operators from the default Fireteam character, or you can choose a character from the SAS, Warcom, or the Demon Dogs. And on Allegiance, there's the default Fireteam, Spetsnaz, Jackals, and Chimera. Each character will have their very own voice packs, multiple skins, and also finishing moves, but there is no skill difference to any of the characters. It is all visual and cosmetic. Functionality is the same across the board. So I hope this has given you a basic understanding of the game modes and functionality as far as we know it from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, along with some, hopefully, reasonable gameplay, and of course, covering off all the menus and the things that we've chatted about, whether that be kill streaks, Gunsmith, maps, 2v2, 20 vs 20, and so on and so forth. In my honest opinion, I feel the game feels very solid, and there is plenty of content and depth to it. It did make me want to play more, which is always a good sign, but maybe there are too many game modes that could see a player base spread a little bit thin across the board, although that may be where crossplay will help to basically spread all of the players across the different game modes, and this won't be an issue. 20 versus 20 definitely needs work and tweaking in a number of areas, but I'll look to cover this off in a future video. The no minimap will cause concern and debate with many, and that will probably rumble on for quite some time, but I'm sure the beta on September the 12th will give the dev team plenty of other feedback on the game to review and adjust things accordingly. As I did mention at the start, please let me know down in the comments what you think based on what you've seen so far. Let me know if you have any questions that I may be able to answer. Leave them down in the comments section, and finally, just wanted to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you who has watched this video and has managed to reach this point. I hope it was helpful and you enjoyed the gameplay. Happy to share more specific modes in more detail over the coming days. A huge thank you once again to Activision for inviting me to play the game and capture it to be able to share it with you. And of course, that wouldn't have even been possible without the support and each and every one of you that play in my life to give me the chance to go to these events, capture, and then share with you. Until the next time, believe in your dreams, become legend. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. My name is Tommy T999, and I'll speak to you all very soon in the next video.